which we've gotten accustomed to in his 11-year career from Ohio University, a Bobcat. My old man went to school there, right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Maher from 20 yards to open scoring, and he does. Has not missed inside the 40 this season. It's kind of a slow start here. Feel him out game so far. Seen a lot of that in the CFL this season. Nick Lewis, 5 catches away from 1,000. Could he make it grand tonight? Is caught.
I told you how many times you can't throw it to the other team.
Hey, how you put Netflix on? Put Netflix on.
Yep, mic'd up, pumped up. Behind the scenes action, CFL Wired. The latest football highlights Tuesday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific.
The one they did a couple weeks ago on Weston Dressler and his playing the Bombers there at the Mosaic in the first return. I watched that, and I tweeted something out after that because I just felt, you know, people often ask me if I missed the game, and after seeing that, most definitely that's what you miss about the game, because it takes you right on the inside, and absolutely phenomenal stuff. And those guys are wired up.
Yeah, it gives you goosebumps, and it's
it does.
Only a month into the season. Week 5 beginning tonight. This is a strange week, Matty.
Yeah, it is.
Especially for the Ottawa Redblacks.
Strange 17 days for them, 4-17. That's the big catchphrase with this club, and they're trying to deal with it the best they can. No pads, just walkthroughs basically, and all mental reps.
2 and 5 days. Playing Toronto on Monday. Alouettes have no yards yet accumulated on offense. They've got to get it going somehow, but notoriously they have been a slow starting team really the last couple of seasons, and Steph Logan will give them a starting point just near that 30-yard line.
You know, Blackie, talking to Mark Nelson, defensive coordinator for the Redblacks defense, he wanted to make that man right there be a quarterback tonight. And I said, what do you mean by that? He says, I want to keep him in the pocket. I want to make him read the defense. I want to mix it up. I want to keep him playing the position of quarterback and not use his athletic ability on the edge. And so far, the Redblacks defense has been able to mix it up, and they got him off his game.
Again, they have not garnered a yard, and they might not here either. May get a half-yard. Ball's on the turf.
There wasn't a whistle, too.
There was not a whistle. Is this a fumble by Brandon Rutley? It signaled a fumble. Jonathan Rose has it. Now, command is going to look at this. Every turnover is reviewed. And we will see again Brandon Rutley's first game of the season in for Terrell Sutton, who gets kind of a maintenance week this week. Let's take a look right here.
They stood up by 2 right there. Make it 3, make it 4. I think he lands on a couple Redblacks, and so he's not down, and the ball comes out. There was no whistle. It's ruled a fumble on the field, and it's just whether or not his body has touched the ground, because oftentimes we see it when players are scoring across the end zone. If they land on a defender, they're not down.
It could go anywhere, baby.
And I think that's what happens here in this case, Rob.
Come on, man. Give us that, man.
I mean, this is exactly what the doctor ordered, too, for the Redblacks. I told you I was talking to Nelson before the game. We used to coach together back in the late 90s, and, well, that's a turnover.
It is a turnover. Trevor Harris again. That's a couple of turnovers now tonight already for the Alouettes. Did make 2 first-trap turnovers last week. Trevor Harris to his right side, and William Powell has to hang on to that and does not. The Owls did give up some turnovers in the first half last week. It did not come back to bite them, but the Redblacks need to capitalize on these early turnovers.
Yeah, this football team that is -6 in the takeaway ratio, and that's not going to win you many football games. Getting first and 10 production is huge. Got to catch that one.
Another big second down here for both sides. Harris now fires, has his man, and unable to hang on is Deontay Spencer. That had 6 written all over it. And again, the best the Redblacks will do, and they love their kicker, Brett Maher. but they love touchdowns a whole lot more.
Yeah, you think? Trevor Harris goes through his progressions and does a nice job of placing this football. Beautiful touch throw over the top of Jonathan Mincy, and Spencer can't come up with an easy touchdown. Have to settle for 3, and it's not what you like, but you like the trend here for the Redblacks in creating turnovers.
Maher buries it, makes it a 6-0 lead. The Ottawa Redblacks have absolutely been unable to capitalize, and that's something that their coach has been concerned with.
Told the players, if you feel frustrated, angry, all those things, you should, because I feel that way too. It's and the reason it is there's a bunch of people doing a lot of good things, and then those few moments that you talk about really dictate our mood and how we feel about ourselves and the fans and all that. But that's part of what you sign up for when you play this game, challenging us mentally, but we can ride through this. It might make us better at the end.
Well, indeed, Rick Campbell, as Jean-Christophe Boileau pulls in an 8-yarder. That's positive yardage for the Alouettes so far tonight, trying to get some momentum. But you look at the 0-3-1 record, Matty, and the Ottawa Redblacks very well could be 4-0 as well, just for a couple of moments in each game.
Yeah, I mean, those moments you got to capitalize. And I asked Coach, how do you do that? How do you coach them up? And he says they're very aware of it, and we just got to settle down and make those plays when they happen.
This time, Rutley. See how he was holding that football that time?
He looked like he was running with a purpose there.
He was.
As he should. First couple of carries, he was going sideline to sideline, and that's not his game. Coming downhill right at you. Watch the big boys up front just go forward. Double team. Nice hole right to the right of the center. That's an easy pickup. Good first down production. Makes it easy on second down.
First down of the night for the Alouettes. Under 4 to play, first quarter. Boileau again. And Jean-Christophe Boileau down the sideline. And the lumbering fullback from Sherbrooke.
He averages 13.3 yards per catch. He's got 2 on the night, and that's going to increase his average there because he was rumbling in the flats there. They're bringing pressure. Pruneau off the edge right here, and you can see him arriving late. Darian sees it, slips it out to his fullback, and he breaks a tackle, and he's off and running.
Durant back in shotgun again. First time in Ottawa territory tonight to the 41. With Rutley in the backfield for blocking help. A little pump and go over the top and tried to lay it into Boileau again. Not this time.
Yeah, there was nothing there, and Darian wanted it. It was a play design. It was a double hitch move, or a double move by Ernest Jackson to the bottom of the field, and he was not going to get that, so he had to come to Boileau across the other way, and he was double covered, and Darian just threw it when nobody could get it.
Will he go to Ernest Jackson, B.J. Cunningham, Nick Lewis, his targets? Lewis is usually Mr. Second Down. Looked his way. Now goes over the top again. And there is Thick Nick. Trying to stretch forward, but be short of a first down again. And so Nick Lewis now is 4 catches away from 1,000 in his career. 8-yard pickup, but 2 yards shy.
Not a lot of running there, just a lot of mental aptitude coming out there, and experience, as we know he has, and sits down underneath the zone and does his best to try to move the sticks.
So Boris Beatty, 9 of 10 this season. This from the 42-yard line. Kick is up, and he boots it through. And so Beatty puts the Owls on the board. A couple of nice plays that time engineered by their offense, and a 6-3 ball game early on.
It's good to see Boris Beatty continue to have success in 2017. He's now 10 of 11 in field goals, over 90%, and big, strong leg. Loving watching him warm up. It's worth coming to the park early to watch that guy warm up pregame.
Big kicker. Well, the Canadian summertime football tradition continues tomorrow. Thursday night football presented by the Brick. The Eskimos and the Tiger Cats. Tim Hortons Field, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific across the TSN network and in 4K.
Came across the wire today, and Darius Bowman not healthy for that. Got a little hamstring problem. Going to sit down in that ball game tomorrow night.
Like the Ottawa Redblacks, the Hamilton Tiger Cats looking for their first W. Crazy thing in the East is how the landscape has kind of shifted early on in the season.
You watch the big boys move up front. Watch the big boys. Watch them do their thing and just get her going this way. A little Patrick Lavoie in there as well. Ooh, sifting up to the second level. Nice job by those big boys. Hot and muggy night. Saw them hydrating before the ball game. I know they're going to be doing that after as well.
Harris looked one way, then the other, and Sinopoli brought down by the newcomer to the linebacking trio this year, the middle linebacker Dominic Tovel, taking over from Bear Woods, now in Argo.
Almost seamlessly, too. Just patchwork in that middle together. Noel Thorpe just making it look easy with a couple young guys in Dominic Tovel and Brandon Dozier and Chris Aki in the back end. Beautiful job.
Dominic Rhymes kind of plays the scat back that time, the receiver out of Murray State.
6'4", 220+ pounds. Ran a 4.49 in Atlanta. Coming right at you. Jonathan Minchie, good idea. Go down and get him low.
Final 30 seconds in this opening frame. 2nd down and 4. Harris again, 4-man rush this time for the Owls. Good timing for Powell. William Powell picks up the first down.
That's a nice tackle in the open field on an elusive running back out of the backfield with space in front of him. And Chris Aki comes up and makes a heck of a tackle. 3rd-year player from Wilfrid Laurier. Watch Aki's coming from left to right. Open field breakdown. Got enough of him with his right arm to bring down the elusive back, William Powell.
Aki fills in for Marco Briette, who went to Saskatchewan and has since retired. Greg Ellingson knocked out of bounds.
That's not fair, Rod. That's Greg Ellingson one-on-one with Kyrie Saber, 34 to the boundary, and they take advantage of it all day long. Pitch and catch with Harris and Greg Ellingson.
Wednesday night football in Ottawa, and it's about football tonight. The kickers doing the scoring. Brett Maher for Ottawa. Boris Beattie. Another low-scoring first quarter. Let's see if they start to open it up. Here are the numbers after 1 quarter, and the big numbers, 6-3. Ottawa Redblacks, the 2 turnovers, big numbers, as well induced by those Redblacks.
Yeah, what do you think about the time of possession there, too, Blackie? Absolutely dominated by the Redblacks. Helped by those 2 turnovers. First interception of the season, and then a fumble by Brandon Rutley. I called that. You know, he hadn't touched the ball in a lot of game situation all season, spelling Terrell Sutton. And you figured that was going to happen. Well, the Redblacks made it happen there in that first quarter, dominating the line of scrimmage as well as time of possession. And that could pay dividends for them as this ball game rolls on.
Redblacks marching once more. They've owned the clock. They've owned field position. In many ways, they could be up big here. Just a 3-point lead as the Alouettes defense looks to rise up again. 1st and 10. There's Harris winging it out, and Ellingson makes the catch.
Yes.
Why not? Greg Ellingson. High point catch, 50-50 ball, and usually 82
Ellingson's
wins.
Right there. It's just going to be a fade, and he's going to high point it, and we get used to this. This is just giving your receiver a chance, and a receiver that is just so well versed at making those tough catches, contested catches. And
guess what? Rick Campbell talked about those mistakes, shooting themselves in their cleats. This is coming back because of a penalty.
Oh, that's a Debbie Downer right there for the Redblacks.
Debbie Downer, no kidding. Had the crowd on his feet, had Ellingson off his feet.
It's still a beautiful play, regardless of the mishap.
There's 2 teams
major
that
foul, unnecessary
taking
roughness.
a lot of penalties.
Ottawa number 55. 15-yard penalty. Still first down.
Sir Vincent penalized and cost his team an opportunity to maybe punch one in.
Yeah, Sir Vincent is right here. He's a big man on the left. The line of scrimmage against Gabriel Napton. And then he just kind of lays on Gabriel after he pancakes him. I think that's, I don't see much of anything there. Foul.
Now behind cover, William Powell, a little stutter step. Did not get back to the initial line of scrimmage. That cost them,
15.
Matty, 48 yards.
Yeah, total 15 in the penalty, and take away the production that they had with the Ellingson fantastic catch once again. And you know, I don't fault Sir Vincent Rogers for hustling and dominating his opponent.
Comes the blitz now, and batted down. Kyrese Bear was in there, so was Tyree Hollins, and the Angry Bird.
Yeah, he breaks it out.
Flapping those wings.
He comes on the inside stunt here, and yeah, Kyrese, I believe, is right here, and then watch him just power his way through and get his arms up late. Oh, that's a nice move. That's being well versed.
Here's Maher, who is only 2 of 5, Matt, beyond the 40. And another penalty. And Montreal signals it's against Ottawa. And this might move him right out of field goal position. He is 0 for 1 beyond the 50 this season.
Tyree Hollins tipping it for us up here. Pretty excited about the call on the field. And 26, he's telling us, hey, it was on Ottawa.
Procedure. Ottawa, number 93. 5-yard penalty. It remains third down.
So now it will mean the difference between a field goal attempt and punting the football and looking for that coffin corner.
That's huge. And got defensive lineman there, Jake Serezna, in on the field goal team, and got caught moving a little bit early and takes him out of field goal range.
Maher. Angle for that 10-yard line. And this one's going to sail into the end zone, and the Alouettes are going to have to give up a single point. But again, the Ottawa Redblacks left a lot of points on the field there.
It's a 6-3 ball game, and Ottawa's dominated the first quarter and a few minutes of play, and they only got a 3-point lead to show for it.
Montreal's ball when we come back. The Bird comes up big. Coming up with the boys in the studio tonight, GMC at the half. GMC professional grade playbook with Henry Burris. Theory of first down defense. Henry's seen a few of those in his time. Here's some first down D right now for the Ottawa Redblacks up against Darian Durant. Chucks it over the middle, and now 3 away for the guy I used to call Geronimo, Nick Lewis.
Nick doing his thing, one-on-one, ISO'd all night. One of our fine cameras, and Terrell Gavins does a nice job at 178 pounds, bringing him down to 240-plus slot back.
997 receptions and counting. Stays on this pace, he'll become the all-time leader in receptions this season. Brandon Rutley.
Ooh, tough yard or two there.
Tough yard, and it looks like he may get the spot, and he will. Well, they're hesitating. Yes, they do move the sticks.
I mean, they started this drive in the 35, and for Montreal, that's the best starting field position they had here in the first half already. Average starting position for the Alouettes has been 28 to Ottawa, starting at the 52.
Wow.
That's winning the field position battle big time for the Redblacks, and only have 3 points. 3-point lead to show for it.
Durant again.
There he is.
There is the youngster.
That's Johnson.
George Johnson, former Western Mustang.
What?
Matty, this is a guy who was a basketball star when he broke into the game and started taking up football, and the next thing you know, he's in the CFL.
It's his 3rd catch this season in 5 games, and he's got 11 yards now in the season. Got to see more of George. Need more production from that Z position.
4th round pick back in 2016, returned to school last year. football player full-time now. Slinging it out far side. There he is again. Second catch tonight. And Jacques Chapdelaine and Darian Durant, when we've talked to them this season about this young man, they love his potential.
Yeah, I can't tell you how important it is for them. He's right here. He's right here. He's going to sit down out there all by himself, and Darian eventually finds him. Watch him just sit down right there. Corner's in the position there. He's got a corner over the top. Darian dumps it down, and Johnson's involved in the game plan, which balances the field for the Alouettes offense.
Don't you love that smile right there? 2 catches already tonight.
3 in the season, 2 on tonight. He's loving life right now.
B.J. Cunningham knocked out by Antoine Pruneau. Another first down for the Alouettes.
It's amazing how quickly an offense can find a rhythm. Starting at their own 35, dump it down underneath, get a hard-fought first down on a run, and then 2 shots to Johnson. Then here Cunningham moving the chains. Third-year player from Michigan State showing you he's got a burst.
Little rhythm right now for Darian Durant. Through a slow start, through an interception. Furthest penetration they've had so far. And over the top, 998 for Nick Lewis.
Thick Nick gonna get it out of the way early. On Claiborne, easy, just underneath, slant, hit me if you can. Got lucky there because Nick had to leave his feet to go down and secure that. Otherwise, I think he's still running.
2 away from 1,000. Second down, though, and 2. Keep it on the turf. Here's Rutley with some daylight. Puts his shoulder down and knocks down Adam Berger.
Yeah, he wanted some of that. He wasn't looking to elude anybody. I love it. Got a little ISO here, and watch him just pop it. This is beautiful. He's going to dip in here, and then he's going to bounce it. Watch him. He sees daylight, and then he just seeks Berger. He's going to challenge the 5th-year free safety. Adam Berger lowers his shoulder, and he's up to task. Takes him down in the open field.
Jean-Christophe Boyou into the game off the sideline. Double tight formation here. Rutley in the backfield. Looking for Lewis now. Darian can't find him. Now, a second option, and it is picked off, it looks like. Simultaneous catch. It is an interception for Antoine Pruneau.
Yeah, Rod, it looks like there's a penalty flag in the back of the end zone, and Darian, when he started rolling to his right, he was looking for a receiver to come with him.
Ottawa number 6, half the distance to goal, and it's first down.
Ernest Jackson demonstratively continued to point at a flag in the end zone, and this may keep the drive alive for the Montreal Alouettes.
Well, it happened before that, okay? It's happened before that. People don't understand that here.
Now a challenge flag has also been thrown. That wasn't just thrown, that was heaved.
Well, he had to get the officials' attention before the ball was snapped. And
Rick Campbell could be a 4th-string quarterback after throwing that out there.
He could throw out his arm, too, because there's
Ottawa is challenging the ruling of illegal contact on their number 6.
So we will sort this out. It's either an interception or the drive will stay alive. Wednesday Night Football rolls on from Ottawa.
Now at Moores, celebrate summer at any of our over 120 stores with buy one, get one free to build your wardrobe. Designer suits, just $299.99 and an extra 30% off clearance. Moores, tailored for Canada.
Canadian summers are meant to be shared. KFC's Summer Double Bucket. 8 pieces of chicken, 8 tenders, original recipe corn, or new coleslaw. All for just $30. So gather around. There's always room for more.
The trend today is getting the most out of your bed, day and night. At Sleep Country, we carry the largest selection of adjustable lifestyle bases in Canada.
With state-of-the-art technology, they're designed to customize your comfort and significantly improve the quality of your sleep. Our lifestyle bases start at just $9.99. Use